So today I'm answering another question, which is UX design a good career? Is it future-proof? Is it a secure future or a secure job? UX design is definitely the career to be in if you want something that's going to be stable for, I could say, for the rest of your life, because it's growing exponentially. There are more and more companies hiring, and the career itself has only been around. The earliest sort of definitions of UX, user experience, are from 2005, and really in the last 5 years it's grown to the extent that now it's almost common knowledge that UX design is a career. There are still places you'll go where they don't know what UX is. So it's so new, relatively new, but why is it something that you should choose? UX design, it's everywhere that we look around. Even the camera I'm using right now has all these interfaces and images on it, and designed for me to be able to use it easily. You're watching something using some software right now. As more and more things get automated with AI, with all the technology that we're using in virtual reality, augmented reality, all your fridge will have a UI, your kettle. Everything has an interface, something you need to press, something you need to use. And the more things move towards automation, the Internet of Things, we're going to need more user experience design. And the big thing, the money. Companies know that better user experience improves customer loyalty. It ultimately increases sales and revenue for companies. So businesses are employing more and more UX designers, more people in the UI space, i.e. the user interface design, and user researchers. So these fields are growing because they're going to be constantly looking at investing more and more money. And now some companies are creating a whole design department. So just like you have HR, you have developers, you have finance department, they're building a design department now. So that's how big it's become. Where does this all lead to? What's it leading to? UX design is becoming a field that no business can survive without. And if you're part of that, not only are the wages going up, there's a massive shortage of UX designers. There are not enough designers for the amount of work. So if you get into UX design, I don't know any UX designer who struggles to find work. And you could argue some fields like developers, there could be plenty of developers sometimes in some specializations. But UX designers, there's a great shortage. One agency told me, one recruiter said to me, "You guys are like gold to us. We can't find you guys. There aren't enough of you." So there's not enough UX designers. And what does that mean for if you're interested in getting in? It means that you can choose a niche area in UX design. So not all UX designers are the same. Some UX designers specialize in SaaS, so software as a service. Some specialize in apps, others specialize in e-commerce, and some specialize in gaming or interfaces for technology, such as any electronic device. So everybody's different. Car dashboards are also UX design. So there's so many fields. And if once you specialize in a UX field, then you become even more valuable because there's very few in that niche areas. So I know people who specialize in GDS, Government Design System UX design. So they only design for the UK government or the New Zealand government or the US government. So they design interfaces especially for those user interfaces. Now, if you specialize in any field, you choose a field. You don't have to. You can be, for want of a better word, jack of all trades. You can be UX designer for anything, and that's absolutely fine. But you will probably find something you really like, something you really enjoy, and you'll think, what, I love e-commerce, I love retail. So you only work on user experience solutions, problem solving for big retailers, Walmarts and Amazons and John Lewis and all these brand names, and you just deliver for them, and they get to know you, the agencies know you, and it's such a easy career to find work in that a lot of my colleagues, a lot of my friends, those that are contracting and not on permanent jobs, before they even finish the next contract, their next job is lined up for them through the recruitment agency. So you can imagine from that is this worth all the hard work? Because getting into UX design can be really draining mentally, emotionally, to change your career. Learning, is it worth it? 100% it's worth it. I can tell you that now. And I don't see that changing anyway. Yes, UX design will grow into other areas. For example, there's a lot more interaction design jobs now. So they are UX designers that create the interactive side of design. So some of them know HTML and CSS. A lot of them are working to motion graphics. So things where it's not just static images or buttons or forms to fill in, but actually things that need more interaction, and you want to work on how do people interact with that part of the service or the product. So just like that, there are more and more branches opening up of UX design. For example, also user research is a part of UX design, but now it's becoming a full-fledged career in its own right. So you can become a user researcher, and you don't even have to be a UX designer. You can just do the research, present the research, feed it back to stakeholders, feed it back to user researchers, and then they use that research to let the team know what are the pain points, what's the friction in the service, how can we improve the user experience. So you could branch out. So in terms of the design and the work that you're doing, because websites, apps, they're all living things. They always need to be iterated on and improved. If you look at Amazon, if you look at Walmart, if you look at any of the websites and look at the older versions from 2-3 years ago, even 2-3 years ago, you'll see how different they are today. That's all UX design and iteration. So your work will never end as long as there are interfaces to use. So there's no shortage of work. And does the work run out? No, because there's constant improvement. There's constant enhancements. There's constant defects you have to fix. So UX design work never runs out. It's never going to end, because as long as people need services online, services on a gadget, you will always have work. So it's a secure career, it's a growing career, and it's something that as time goes by, you're going to get more and more opportunities to diversify. So if let's say you're doing one aspect of user experience design or product design, and now you don't like it and you want to switch, you can quite easily switch to another aspect of user experience. So I know people who've gone and specialized just in government design systems. I know people that are now working on interfaces for cars. So all the software that you use in the car, when you get in the car, like a Tesla, all those interfaces, UX designers design all that. So there are people that go into different fields, like gaming and other aspects, and they just specialize in that. I was just looking at Fortnite. I'm not a fan of addictive games, but Fortnite's user experience is phenomenal, and how they've changed it. It's very, very user-friendly for kids. It's colorful. It's the right colors in line with the user needs and expectations of users. So user experience design is about meeting the requirements of the user. So they would have done a lot of user research into that. And the way that the UX works for, say, Fortnite is as they upgrade the game, as they add more levels and more whatever it is that they do in terms of, like, I know they're always making enhancements and themes for their game. They are improving the UX experience of that and making it easy for users to select different skins, I think they're called, or the clothes that they wear. I think they're called skins. And they're making it really easy to select them, make it easy to make purchases. So from a financial point of view, obviously Fortnite is making a lot of money, but also from a user point of view, it's working to the extent that's highly addictive. Now, I'm not a fan of making things addictive. I'd like to make things user-friendly, useful, usable, and delightful experiences. I don't really want to push a dopamine hit as an addiction. A dopamine hit, a light one, like a feedback tick, is good. That's just my personal thing, though. So, what can you do if you are interested in knowing more about UX as a career, and what you invest as your time and your money and your effort? What will you get back? You will get back a very well paid career. It will take time. You'll probably start as a junior UX designer, but it doesn't take long to go up to mid-level and high level. As you gain more and more experience, you'll get better and better insights. Practice makes perfect. You'll get better and better, and your demand on the demand on you, hiring agencies will be begging you. Literally, if you're on LinkedIn, or if you on some email subscriber list, you're going to be inundated with offers of work. Literally, that's how it is. There's more work. You could get 10, 15, 20 job offers a week for something that you're qualified to do. That's how much demand there is. So it's a great career, and I hope I can help you guys to get into UX design. I'm here to do that, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast series. This is episode 2. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and follow, and let everybody know so they can join in and benefit from this podcast. I'll see you on the next one, guys. This is 1UX1 Academy. Thank you for listening.